We've lived in our home for 9 years now. About 3 years ago, new neighbors moved in with kids the same age as ours. We all became friends and our kids played together pretty much all the time, so we all see each other and hang out almost every day. I want to preface this by saying we don't live in a super nice new neighborhood. It was built in the 90s and most of the houses are the typical 90s split-level houses, and we live in a low cost of living area. My parents have money, but we're a typical paycheck to paycheck, doing our best to survive this economy, family. Also, my personality is definitely A from the sticks country bumpkin type. Not white trash, just really country. Yes, I grew up with my parents having money, but my parents came from literally nothing. My dad was a farmhand all his life. After my parents married, they were so broke my dad had to hunt to put meat on the table. My mom made all my older siblings clothes by hand, and they lived in an old milk house on the farm my dad and grandparents farmed. My parents had money after their business became successful, but they never lived like they did, or treated us kids like they did. I feel this is relevant to my story/issue, so I'm including it. My dad started a construction company and builds custom log homes. To help promote the log packages they built with, they eventually built their home as a show house, which is basically a private luxury heavy timber log home in the middle of the mountains. There's a river that goes all the way around the property, and my parents' house is smack in the middle of this land peninsula surrounded on all sides by a beautiful river. Then up at the house they have a huge 3-level back deck that comes down to the custom in-ground pool my dad built out of flat river stones and boulders he harvested from the river. More recently he's harvested boulders from other job sites while digging out foundations and built a huge boulder waterfall feature at one end of the pool. I take our kids to my parents' house a lot, minimum once a week but often 2 to 3 times a week in the summer, to swim in the pool and the river, go fishing, hunt for rocks, catch critters. It's just a blast to be outside all day out there. I've been inviting our neighbors and their kids to come with us damn near weekly over the past 3 years. And they all have always blown me off, or basically ignored that I've even said anything about going swimming or fishing at my parents' house. And I honestly never really thought much about it. I haven't had social media in 8 years, so there were no pictures on FB or Instagram for them to see of my parents' home for reference, and I typically just explain it as a pool and a creek we fish in. There's no need to embellish because in my opinion I don't give a rat's ass if your pool is a kiddie pool, one of those inflatable pools, or a damn water park. If you're kind enough to invite my family over to swim in the summer, we're coming and we're having a blast with you hands down. I wouldn't even think twice, and if you're inviting my family and I to go fishing in your private fishing spot, I'll beat you there. I don't care if we're catching minnows with our hands. I love that shit. Anyway, I never thought anything of them blowing off my invites until this month. I just always figured they were probably busy. I should mention the mom of one family is a teacher and is home all summer with the kids. The other is actually the kid's grandmother. She's younger, only in her 50s, and she's retired. Her daughter actually pays her to be home with the kid, so it's not like they're restricted by work schedules. We typically spend almost all day every day together over the summers when we're not at my parents' house, while the kids all play. This month I activated my FB again so I could find local homeschool meetup groups. I also posted pictures and videos of us fishing, swimming, and cooking hot dogs on a campfire from our most recent visit at my parents'. The next day my husband was out with our kids playing with the neighbors. And the first things they all said were, "OHH, when do we get an invite to the pool in the creek? We're going to have a great summer this year now that we've inherited," her exact words, "that beautiful pool and a private river to play in. We can't believe what a beautiful property that is." My husband said, "My wife's been trying to invite all of you for years now and you've never wanted to go. Why are you all suddenly interested in going now?" Their responses were, "Well, we didn't know it was that kind of pool. We didn't know it was a real creek/river. We thought it was just a regular pool. Not a gorgeous pool like that. We thought it was just a little stream, and not big enough to actually fish out of." When my husband told me all of this, I immediately said, "Well, now they're definitely never getting invited ever again." At first my husband didn't understand why. But then I explained to him that to me, how nice my parents' property is, should have absolutely nothing to do with if they want to come swim and fish and have a good time with us or not. If we're really the friends that I thought we all were, they would want to join us and have fun with us because that's what friends do. That them saying those things shows me that they formed some kind of opinion about me, based on my country bumpkin backwoodsness, that made them feel that the type of home/pool/property my parents had, was an environment that is either unsafe or just plain unworthy of their time. For over 3 years now, it's not like I asked them once 3 years ago, I've asked them weekly. Every summer. For 3 years now. And why would I invite them to come fish in a river, if it was only a tiny stream with no fish in it? They're only chomping at the bit to come now because they saw the pictures on FB of how nice it is, so only now is it worthy of their time, which to me now shows they're unworthy of my invite. So, am I the asshole for no longer inviting our neighbors and their kids to my parents' house to swim and fish?